The court, they did just try to say, like, all three of them were in green. The judge, the lady, and Edgeworth were all like, it couldn't have been a boy. What do we have for the security lady? We can convince the court that she has already lied once about seeing somebody. She's the only person who would have an access card. And she's already not favorable in the thing. So it's definitely either one of these two. Like 100%. I don't think throwing the assistant under the bus is good because we have an alibi. Oh, hi, Swap. My audio cut out? What? Hold on. My audio. All right, test 1, test 2, test 1, test 2. Alright, bet. We're back. Okay, so what is the consensus? Are we doing old lady? Or the little boy? I leave my fate in y'all's hands, chat. I may be wrong, but old lady is shady. See, I vaguely remember this episode from when I was a kid, so I don't want to spoil, because I remember the first game, kinda. I remember the ending of this game a lot. I remember the first or second chapter of the second game, because there was one really good mission in it, and the finale of the second game is beautifully fucking awesome. But, like, I remember the story beats, not, like, the answers. So is the consensus we're changing to old lady? Going once? Twice? Alright. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. Which means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. That's a valid argument. Because they had been watching the actions run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about that injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper? Order. Order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Mrs. Oldbag to you! Mrs. Oldbag was standing alone at the main gate. She was by herself, in other words. She has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1 at the scene of the murder.
Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in the costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Huh. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. Huh? That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump on with like an objection, with some new damning evidence?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something! What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this whole thing away? We'll press further, why not? The very same reasoning that Mr. Powers is a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Mrs. Oldbag's actions that day. But, what did I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute! What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The ones whose photos I erased!
He's only a grade schooler, though. As you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter! When I saw the age, I could pin an old man in 10 seconds, tops!
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
The boy is not the killer. What? How could you be so sure? Or is it being nice to kids and mean to your elders, day whippersnapper? I have proof. Huh?
Indeed. Now let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. What proof shows the boy could not have committed the murder?
Keycard? Take that! The scene of the murder, as we all know, was in Studio 1. However, you need a keycard to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation, or relation, I'm fucking stupid. Relation to the studio have a keycard?
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
The Windbag, speechless. This has gotta be a first.
Very well. This court will be suspended proceeding on the current trials for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out some more about your witness, Mrs. Windy. What was her name? Something Oldbag, yes sir. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait a second! I'm not gonna just sit here in front of barking up the wrong tree! Me! I'm talking. Oh great. Stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
What?
Not talk about?
By whom?
Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk?
Well, testify.
My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There was some other people in the studio the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me just to pretend like they hadn't been at the studio that day. But if you're going to be accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free!
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
Huh.
No, this is a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag. be quiet about something. So you're told not to talk. That's right, by the studio, the TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. Who were these people? Well, they're the director and the producer, for starters. The director?
We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course.
Well, yes, I was surprised no one asked about it. So, where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer at around lunchtime. They had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head has fallen over.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue your cross-examination?
I think I've already asked all the questions, but...
Yeah. Your Honor, we have learned where the others at Global Studios were on that day. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it's impossible to declare a verdict on the defense, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about the other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Pog.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Oh, really? It's nothing. Or should I say...
Well,
We'll be going down to the studio to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about the director and the producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as a witness for certain. So now's my chance to get some material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who the Steel Samurai was in the Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been Miss Oldbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was buying some time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off of Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I kind of feel sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points over with her without... Wait. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Okay, let's go down to the studio. Right. We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Alright, guys, and I'm gonna call it a stream there. I'm just worn out from my day. I'm sorry. But yeah, we got... This is just...
The missile is very tired. He is eepy. The missile has had a very long day of splashing bandits and wants to take just a small sleep. He eeby and neebies to sleepy. Mibsile sleepy and need bed by time. The missile is currently experiencing critical levels of being a sleepy little guy and needs to go to bed. He is very tired and needs to sleep. Just a little sleeping time is a treat. Midsililele needs to sleep. Vertoird boyo. Just a little guy. Mipsipalibile needs his beady sleep. Look at him go. He yawned because he's skeegy. Neebs to falafel asleep. Nini time. Good night, Mr. the Missile.
Good night, Mr. the Missile. And thank you, Mama Bear, for playing... The Missile is tired. He's eepy. The Missile's had a long day of splashing bandits and just needs to take a small little sleep. He eebies and neebies to sleepies. But I am eepy myself. I need to rest after the long couple of days I've had.
And even after, I gotta wake up tomorrow.
Gotta record that in another YouTube video, then I gotta go to work. I'm always doing something. Oh, and I'm not gonna stream tomorrow anymore. I changed my mind because I'm tired. But I'm also going to the eye doctor again on Thursday, so chat, please wish me luck that they don't postpone my eye appointment again. But that, oh, damn, got a YouTube ad here. But that is going to be all for this time, guys. I have been the Supra27. I'm a variety Twitch streamer and an up-and-coming YouTuber trying to make it big in the world. I have a TikTok, a YouTube, and a Twitch. All can be found at the Supra27, or you can use my hashtag Supra27, and all my social platforms should show up there. But yeah, if you're part of my YouTube viewers or my VOD squad who made it this far into the video, I would like to say thank you. I mean, it's a pretty short one. We just did one court case. Next stream will be longer. I mean, to be fair, I did stream for 3 hours yesterday, though, so it kind of balances itself out. But yeah, if you're listening to this right now, I really appreciate the hell out of you, and hopefully one day I'll be able to catch you live. And speaking of live, if you're one of the people who are in chat live with me right now, thank you so much. You guys mean the world to me. You're awesome. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're perfect. You're amazing. You're an awesome person. You're the best. You make me feel great. Thank you so much for spending some of your evening with a dork like me. I hope I brought you some smiles. But it is now time for all of us to go to bed. Yowie, definitely, if you're still in the chat, go the fuck to sleep. You gotta drive early in the morning. But thank you guys so much. So, for everything. Y'all are amazing. Check out my YouTube if you haven't. Dokkan content's been going brrr. But that will be all for this time, guys. So, as always, I have been the Supra27. And I am signing off. Good night.